Good morning, everybody. This article from BeliefNet. Inspire your everyday. Astrological musings. Lucifer, Satan, or Venus? I was taking in my daily dose of hilarity on Matthew's blog this morning, where he has posted about asteroids that begins with a comment about Lincoln's sun being conjunct with Lucifer, which has caused some astrologers to say that Lincoln is the Antichrist. The whole thing about Lucifer being Satan is bizarre to me. Lucifer is the light bringer, the morning star called Venus. So how did he get from bringing the light to representing the devil? Well, you can ask the Catholics that one. This article from the Theosophical University Press has some interesting information on the subject. Lucifer means light bringer. Right here. My highlighter's not working again. Anyways, whatever. From the Latin lux, which means light, and fere, to bear or bring. The word Lucifer is found in only one place in the Bible, Isaiah 14:12, but only in the King James Version and related versions. And for a future video, I've got some information on this guy. Okay, that's for another video. Anyways, I'd like to go into it now. Alright, so in one place in the Bible, Isaiah 14:12, but only in the King James and related versions. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? In other translations, we find, O shining star of the dawn, Mophai, or O morning star, son of the dawn, the Hebrew Bible. And the King James Version is based on the Vulgate, the Latin translation of Jerome. Jerome translated the Hebrew Hillel, bright or brilliant one, as Lucifer, which was reasonable Latin equivalent. And yet it is Lucifer, the bright one or light bearer, that came to be understood by so many as the name for Satan, Lord of Darkness. Lucifer is mentioned only one time in the Old Testament, and Satan does not come into the picture until the New Testament. Jesus is also known as the morning star in the New Testament, which confuses the issue even more. But before either the Old or New Testament, Venus was known as the morning star. Plato, who is thought to have been born in 428 BCE and therefore predates the New Testament and some of the rewrites of the Old Testament, wrote in his work called Timaeus. Time then and the heaven came into being at the same instant, in order that, having been created together, if ever there was to be a dissolution of them, they might be dissolved together. It was framed after the pattern of the eternal nature, that it might resemble this as far as was possible. For the pattern exists from eternity, and the created heaven has been and is and will be in all time. Such was the mind and the thought of God in the creation of time. The sun and the moon and 5 other stars, which are called the planets. This must be an old one, because 5. I think there's a couple more, but anyways, I think they don't have Pluto or Uranus in there. But anyways, which are called the planets, were created by the Creator in order to distinguish and preserve the numbers of time. And when he made their several bodies, he placed them in the orbits in which the circle of the other was revolving. In 7 orbits, 7 stars. First, there was the moon in the orbit nearest the earth, and next the sun in the second orbit above the earth. Okay. And then came the morning star, and the star sacred to Hermes, moving in and out, moving in orbits which have an equal swiftness with the sun, but in an opposite direction. And this is the reason why the sun and Hermes and Lucifer overtake and are overtaken by each other. Plato clearly here is speaking of Lucifer as being the actual planet Venus, with Hermes as being the planet Mercury, moving in orbits which have an equal swiftness with the sun. It appears that the misogyny of early solar cults and the later Roman Church might have had a part to play in linking the feminine Venus with Satan. Yeah, the Roman Catholic Church, just like I said. Alright? There are so many pre-Christian myths and allegories that include stories about Lucifer, which is the Latin name for the Greek Eosphorus. The oldest Zoroastrian allegories, Mithra is supposed to have conquered the planet Venus. In the Christian tradition, Michael defeated Lucifer. So we see that the Zoroastrian myth, the solar resurrected god Mithra, conquers the divine feminine as represented by Venus, just as the archangel Michael in later Christian mythology conquers Lucifer. The solar cults, of which Christian is just the most recent, feared the mythic power of the divine feminine, and perhaps this is one of the reasons for the confusion over Lucifer's true identity. I thank you all for watching, and again, inspire your everyday. Take care, peace out, I love you all.